Happy New Year to those of you who are locked on, looking at yet another episode where we tour our country, we go, we meet the different personalities in the chutney and in the chutney soca industry. Today I'm extremely delighted, pleased and thrilled to be in the company, to be in the presence of one of our phenomenal chutney singers, one of our singers in the industry who would have really made a name for himself and even went on to take our chutney and chutney soca music regionally as well as internationally. Today I introduce you to none other than Mr. You can call him by many names. Mr. Omardath Maraj. Some people call him Balkisson. Some people call him Ramsingh Sharma. Today I have to thank you for taking the time to come and share your story with us.
My pleasure.
So for the viewing audience here today, tell us, who is Omardath Maraj?
Omardath Maraj is a humble community guy, live in St. Helena, Las Lomas. Did post office for 18 years, also in the chutney arena since 1995, sorry. Became popular after we first album, Ring Bang Chutney, and then from there, I never looked back up to now.
And how has the musical journey been for you thus far? Because I know you'd have started singing in the traditional setting, spread pal, in cooking nights and multicle nights. Then you would have moved on to the stage with the Chutney Soca Monarch competition. Tell us, shed a little light on the journey and the progression from then to now.
Well, Spread Pal Crew was formed, Kenneth Pasad and I and Shafri Mohammed with Suresh Maraj. Then we branched out. Well, we did traditional style chutney with the rhythm machine. We invent that. That way everybody doing now with the tradition, the drum machine, the dolak and the dantal and the harmonium. We started that back in the days of 2000, 2001. Because when we started off singing, we was drum, dantal and organ. And then we introduced the rhythm machine with that. And then from there we kick was craziness in weddings. Every weekend we was booked. And then after Ring Bang Chutney, you see the Ring Bang, how it come with the dolak and the dantal and the rhythm machine and the harmonium. There we started that process there, and from that take we to places, really places all over, international, Guyana, Suriname, England. I even been in England, to Canada, of course, America. We tour worldwide with that. We never look back. But the Spread Pal Crew was the original band. We used to sit down and we used to do soca, we do chutney, Bollywood, and we was real book. I mean, up to now, well, the band kind of fade away right now because since I start touring, I think we don't have time to go back and everything. But Spread Pal Crew was, the name Spread Pal Crew was a household name. Was when you say Spread Pal Crew, you know, everybody used to say that.
Yeah. Now, I'm happy you mentioned the name Spread Pal because I would like you, for the edification of our viewing audience, what is meant by the term Spread Pal?
Spread pal is like, you know, when you say spread, the pal in the ground.
Yeah.
Like you when you hear that word, you know it's ground singing.
Yeah.
You know, people sit down in the ground singing flat. Well, long time my grandfather used to light flambeau and thing, and they say Spread Pal. But this is the original name that I come up with, and the name itself went international worldwide. The name Spread Pal Crew. Everybody know that it was a household name.
And who are some of the musicians and singers in the earlier stages of the Spread Pal, the band?
Well, we start off with I am playing the harmonium. Ethan Gonzalez, we have Raj Singh and Jagdev Liberan. Them fellas and them was drummers in the band. Jason Singh was a rhythm machine. And then we start off with Kenneth Pasad Shafru, and then we branch off from Kenneth. When we record, then we pull in Suresh Maraj. I go in and cut the grass for the neighbor to pass. Ali bidi kaisi barana jawo. That year we hit the 103 top 10. We get 3 songs out of the album and we hit top 10. We get awards, we get best song of the year, most popular crossover song. We get a real award for the song. Then we move on to Sally Sagram. And Sally Sagram joined the band, now was a whole different entire thing, you know, where we come back. When I started to do Budyamano Kadan, Hara Chuma 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 Kata Hey Koroban. We do videos and Sally come and we started mash up the place. We was real book on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We went to, from wedding, we go into club, and Spread Pal Crew is a really household name. But trust me, it was the best journey. I enjoy every moment of it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that will be responsible for where you are today, starting from the humble beginnings and that type of thing. Now, in the year 2017, you would have won the Chutney Soca Monarch competition. How was that journey? What was the experience like
Wow,
being in a
that
stage of that
yeah.
nature?
Well, since 2006, I've been entering judging about 10 or 12 times. I reached finals. I came like fourth, fifth, second, third, and with 2017 Ramsingh Sharma is the village ram from Sawa, and I won with that. I
Yeah,
tied with Ravi B with budget, but
yeah,
it's okay. You know,
yeah.
everybody wanted Ramsingh, and the song Ramsingh Sharma take to Marshall Monday,
Hmm.
um, which was really
Yeah,
a big thing for me.
yeah, yeah.
I've been to Caribana, I've been to Carnival, Miami Carnival, and I've been to so much of fets like Jamaican party. I was the only artist singing Chutney in a Jamaican fete for Miami Carnival.
Yeah.
It went across the board, and the feelings alone to know in a car passing and playing your songs is really, really tremendous.
Yeah, it must be very satisfying when
Yes,
you
yes,
hear your
yes.
music going places.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, I remember in that particular year, that song was basically one of the anthems in any
Yeah,
event you go to.
yes, yes.
You're sure to get
And
it.
Balkisson was right there too.
Yes. Yeah.
So Balkisson, Ramsingh pulled Balkisson together with that, and it went when 96.1 started to play Balkisson was like in November. They say hear the song, and we are listening, they're wheeling up the song and think, but that Balkisson they released already. And when Ramsingh dropped in January, you know, with them fellas and them going crazy, they call us down for interview. Then Chinese Laundry did a video with Balkisson, and Ramsingh come now and just top it off there.
Yeah, and they usually play in succession too. You hear the first one and you hear the one after, or
Right,
vice versa.
right.
Yeah. But zooming into those two songs, what was the inspiration to compose these songs? The lyrics would have come from where? What drove that process?
Well, boy, so much of prayers because I mean I'm a really praying guy. I like prayers. I love to pray, and when I pray, I just get things. I mean, ring bang was just one of the fortunate God blessed me with a song. I pray for 6 months, fast and everything, and I asked for a song, and ring bang came, and since that I keep on praying. Kenneth Pastor wrote Balkisson, and he said, Omar, I have a song here for you. And I went and heard Balkisson. And Ramsingh Sharma came to me. Well, you know how God sent it in my head, stick in my head. The song was Ramsingh Rama, the wet man from Sawa. And that stick in my head, and I don't need singing that. Ramsingh Rama, the wet man from Sawa. And then I called Kenneth, and Kenneth say, well, you go take a call Crazy. Crazy say put on to a fella named Tempo down in Mova down there. And I call him, and I give him Ramsingh Rama, the wet man. But by the time that I play with the song and he play with it, he sends something and I take that and what I have, I cut and paste something and then we come up with Ramsingh Sharma, the village ram from Sama. I change it to Ramsingh Sharma because I see the Hindus and them go hear Rama and they go say, well, you know, the Sat Maraj and them go say, well, look, yeah, I sing about Rama and thing. So I changed it to Sharma and you see that how everything composed it. But the song really went crossover, went African people, you know, I went down and sing in Jinpei Complex Day. African people in love, man. And, you know, the
Yeah.
song really, really went across
Yeah,
the board.
yeah, yeah. I think it would have definitely resonated with the country and
Yeah.
even regionally and internationally at large,
Yes.
coming from the travels and the different performances you would have done in other places and that
Right.
kind of thing.
For sure.
But tell us, when you're not singing, when you're not performing, when you're not composing, what do you do?
Well, I do some gardening. Well, these days, 2 years now, we are saying through the pandemic, so I just stay home and wash wares and cook food and things. I like to cook. I don't like to be in the
Yeah,
kitchen
yeah, yeah.
because my wife working, so I have to be home, seeing about the household, and then plus I'm doing my garden too. Right now, I plant about 300 root I had pepper, and now I do citrus.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So could we foresee a song based on that in the near future, seeing that you're so preoccupied and you're
Yeah.
very much into that?
But presently, right now, I have 2 songs coming out. January.
Yeah, which leads me into the next question. What have you been working on?
Yes, we
Yeah.
have 2 projects coming out right now, and I just can't wait. I'm so anxious to drop it. Today, I called the guy to do the video and everything, and we're doing the script by this week here. We're doing the script, so hopefully soon.
Nice. So some exciting things to look forward to. So in 2017, when you won that crown, share your experience on how that felt that night. I know you would have been working towards that
Well, you know,
for some time.
for the past years, you've been in the final, and you know the song, ramping the whole country was like playing the song and listening to the song, and that year was that feeling is boy, it's like you win a lotto. You understand? That it's undescribable. And when the night for the results came out with performance, when we done perform the night of results and I hear my name called, the winner is Omardath Maraj. Oh, yeah, that joy come to my heart, and because after so much years with Bacchanal and Balkisson and Divanan, and I left my heart in the army and ring bang and all those years trying.
Yeah.
You finally hit the finals and you win. It was a real great feeling.
Yeah. How was the experience different when performing on a competitive stage like the CSM versus a private project?
Yeah, you had to be focused. You had to be that is the adrenaline through your body days is really crazy. Because you're competing with the big fellas and them, with Ravi B and all them fellas and them, other people who did successfully in their music too. It's really a great feeling backstage when you meet up all these guys and them. You have to keep chanting your prayers, and it's take plenty from you. It's take plenty, lots of playing. It's draining,
Yeah.
but you had to do what you got to do,
Yeah. Omardath, you came from a musical family.
My father was a pundit. All my brothers and things is pundit, and we used to follow Nirmal Pandit when he used to do Ramayana and thing, and so music come into we head because Nirmal Pandit was really a great human being with his music and his chaupai, long time chaupai thing. So we grew up with that. My father was a pundit, and I used to go Ramayana group and sing and thing with him, and I hope we
So those would have been the beginnings of the musical journey.
Yeah, I started playing harmonium at 11 years and dolak and tantal and thing.
Yeah. And you still continue playing instruments alongside your singing practice.
Was it.
Yeah, with the gong singing and that type of thing.
Right.
But you all still perform in like cooking nights and multicals and stuff?
Yeah, of course.
Tell us a bit on how the COVID and this pandemic would have affected the performances.
Well, I was totally booked for 2020 and 2021. And it really affected me in the sense of, remember, I know working nowhere no more, and this is our bread and butter, but it really affected me in financially, and I mean, I lose out penny job, but thank God we are alive, thank God we are here, and we are alive, and and you had to go through again, because this year, look how the world is turned upside down, and
Yeah.
this year is really hard again for us, but I have tours coming up, I leave ending up in January. I'm going on a 3-month tour.
Right. And this would be the story of most creative people and artists and singers and these different practitioners in the creative realm. The pandemic would have definitely affected production and that type of thing.
Right.
But I always encourage people in times of adversity is where we need to be creative and innovative and get the message and get the stuff across. There's virtual events and that type of thing.
Yes, well, I did some virtual events with Iowa George, about 2 Iowa George stage I went on together with RG Band and other artists, and it was really different, you're performing and people watching you on YouTube, but it's like live, but still
the one-on-one, the human element is a different experience altogether.
Correct.
Especially where music and the arts is concerned.
Yes.
You need that type of connection.
Right.
But this is really good. So young people, young singers, young people wanting to pursue a career or a profession in music, what advice can you give such persons?
Yeah, well,
what you say?
Look, remember it had Sundar Popo, it had we wasn't wrong, it had Anand Yankaran and all them fellas and them. Well, Anand Yankaran really inspired me for where I come from, and with Nanda Baba and Jojo and his caliber of song, I started to follow him, and he inspired me to sing. Because when before I make it big, I said take a drum home and say Nanda Baba Chiko Chaya, and I said play and sing, and people like it that, and I said wow. Well, through Anand Yankaran's songs, his songs inspired me to sing, to come into the Chutney arena, and the first gig I ever do is with Anand Yankaran, and he paid me $40 because he was so busy at the time, and I know.
And what year that was?
Boy, I think that was in 1990, so I can't remember the year, boy. And he said, Omar, sing a few songs here, coming back just now. And I ended up singing for about nearly half an hour or something, and the people was like, where this guy was all the time, they really liked me, and I get $40 for this, and then give me $40, and I say, well, hold this, and I say, thank God, And from there, it inspired, that $40 inspired me to move up, and I started recording thing. With the first song was recorded by FM Studios.
But you were not ever formally trained. You through repetition and practice and standing at a young age singing.
Singing and things.
We with your
no
father
training,
in the temple and that type of
exactly,
thing. Yeah. So I am always inspired by the humble beginnings that singers would have come from.
Right.
And refined and developed their craft toward the product that it is today. And that always remains something to be inspired about, the journey and that type of thing. Anand Yankaran, you mentioned, he's one of your icons, one of your particular favorite growing up. Which one of the songs in particular, songs in particular that really resonates with you?
Nanda Baba.
Yeah.
That when that man pull a Sherry alone, my face reads, you know, and he said, Nanda Baba Jiko Chaya, oh, Lakuram. That song when that come on, so is a feel that impact in you. Yeah.
That song speaks to the story of Lord Krishna, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And what type of places and spaces you would usually hear that song being performed and that type
well,
of
those days when remember Sundar Popo, I didn't have much chutney singers as now. So when Anand come on the scene, everybody is Anand Yankaran. You see, like when Ring Bang come out, that year it only had motor and Ring Bang, and every car pass, we put on a sub bass on that for cars to play. And every car pass, long time when we go screamers, you have Diladan, you have Omardath, you hear Omardath song play, everybody playing Ring Bang, and that feelings alone was really a great feeling.
I think the Yankarans, and they have really been made strong contribution to
Rakesh,
chutney.
Rakesh,
and Yankaran, and their father, Mr. Isaac Yankaran, he's
Sham and
phenomenal.
Ashok and them was in the singing too, yes. But they migrate and
So and it's always good to backdrop everything with the history and where things would have started and that type of thing.
Yes.
Growing up, you would have been familiar with the whole practice of tent singing, were you? Or,
no, I never went to no tent singing.
Okay, that would have been after.
Yeah.
Right. But that at one point would have been trending.
Right.
And that type of thing, and it's where some of the greater masters who would have gone, moved on now, would have started.
Yes.
In the earlier days, Yusuf Khan and Jamil Hussain.
Right.
Yeah.
And Hanif
Mohammed, all of these maestros.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Sam Budram would have also contributed to
Sonny Matthew, KB Singh, lots of guys, pass through the classical arena, and thank God for them fellas and them. That I am here because of them paved the way for us.
Yeah. And like everything, music is something very fluid. It will continue to evolve.
Right.
As time go by, and for different reasons and that type of thing. So that is excellent. I would like to hear something from you. I mean, we're talking a lot. We're discussing your journey, your story, your experiences. But I want to get some music from you. So.
Well, you could Omardath. You want it live. If you look for Omardath, I on YouTube, you see.
Yeah. But before we delve into your social media handles, I want you to render something.
I'll do a chorus. A traditional. Kya suna udaas tana gam tumhare samne. Kya suna udaas tana gam tumhare samne. भूल गए आशिक वो दबतर गम तुम्हारे सामने. क्या सुना उदास ताना गम तुम्हारे कामने. गम तुम्हारे
So Omardath, tell our viewers where they can find you on social media should anyone be interested in bookings and that type of thing.
Yeah, well, of course, go up on Facebook and you'll find Omardath Maraj. I on there, my number is 382-0887. Also Omardath Maraj on Instagram also. And you could call my manager 337-7079. Also could find us there. All over Facebook.
And then your videos are on YouTube. And
YouTube, you can send a comment on one of my video, we might receive it there too. Right?
Nice. And we have some exciting stuff brewing for you.
Yes,
you have
yes.
your 2
I can't wait.
selections on its way to be released shortly. So
Right.
exciting things ahead.
Thanks for having me, guys. Happy New Year to you, everyone. And just be safe with this pandemic. Take care of your family, take care of yourself, and hope to see you for the whole year.
They calling him, they calling him, they calling him Ramsingh Sharma. Mr Raymond, they calling him, ring bang, they calling him, they calling the village drum from Sawa.
Ramsingh Sharma, the village drum from Sawa. He have a wife and he day with the sister. They buy a visa to take him to Canada. One give him house, one give him a motor car. They give him money to drink his rum. Sometimes he just gamble until the money done. Ramsingh Sharma, the village drum from Sawa. He have a wife and he day with the sister. Ramsingh Sharma, the village drum from Sawa.
Ramsingh, oh boy, the village ram. Yes, man. He in a jam. Brutally outside woman.
So we thank you for tuning in and looking at another episode in our series at CSN. We encourage you also to check out all our social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. So stay tuned for another production. Thank you.